Hello guys, this is Advanced Trading Mechanics and this is my P&L for the week. Hello guys, welcome to another video. You've seen I've already shown you my P&L for the week. Minus $35. It hasn't really, it's not like a very good trading week for me, but it is what it is. I will show you the mobile version of the P&L on the screen very soon. But right now, I just want to take you back in time for you to go and see the trades. This is it. So I'll go back into the chart and then I'll show you when I take the trade. So you realize that the time is 6 o'clock. So let me go into the chart and show you guys. So I'm into the trading. I'm on the trading view panel. Let me show you guys quickly what the hell I was doing last week. Last week wasn't a good trading week for me because of two reasons. Actually, it's all not because of my strategy is not working at all, but it's just that it is what it is. Like if my strategy is profitable, then I don't have any reason to worry in the very end. So if you guys are interested in me showing you how my strategy works, I can comment it in a video. But actually, let's just dive deep into the trade that I took last week. This is the first trade I took. This is JPY. Let's go back on the chart. Let me show you guys. So I took a trade on the 16th of June 2025. So let's go to 16. So where is that? The time it was 6 p.m. when I took the trade. So somebody asked me, what have I seen that is making me take the trade? And I think this is where the trade is. So I entered. This is the low. This is the other block that I saw. I traded into it, and I'm looking for a bullish push back to this point. But when you realize that the price just came and really take me down, really did. Price came and take me out, full. So it was a loss, and I'm like, I'm not pissed. So when you look at the second trade, this is it. You realize that I enter here. I enter just at this point, and the price fully came and took me below. I don't have any problem with that. So this is the second trade. Go to the chart. Show the chart. I roll the USD deals. So you realize that this is a trade here. So let me set the chart and then I'll show you why I got into the trade. I realized that in today's video it's not not the best, but I just really quickly want to demonstrate to you guys what really made me take the trade the last time. I wasn't able to record because I was busy on the farm, and I truly wanted to because this is a journey, and I really want to show you guys what I was truly doing last week. That's why I feel I have the edge to actually come and show you guys what I was doing last week. So let's go into the chart and let me show you quickly. On the 16th, where like on the 16th, the time was on the 16th, the time was around 5 p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. So 16 was 5 p.m. Realize that is a trade. I'm doing for you guys for you to see. This is a trade. You realize that you ask, what have I seen? You realize that I saw this other block here. This is what I trade. I trade smart money concepts, and so when I look at other blocks, then I take a trade. So there's objects. Let me just demonstrate. Let me just demonstrate on this MetaTrader rather for you than going back to the chart there, because it's the same thing that I'm also seeing there. So let me just demonstrate here for you guys. So let me go to objects. This is what I was seeing. So this is the other block I was seeing. Price created this imbalance here, and I'm like, price should pull back in and sell. And then, so when I go to the 3 minutes time frame, that's when I look for reversals, and then I'll just sell it when it comes down. So you realize that this was my entry. Price came. This was surprise. The price came and created this imbalance on the lower time frame, and then pull back in, and I'm looking for a bearish push back to the downside, but it quickly came and take me out. Also, I have no problem with that as well. So that was it for the 16th, and on the 17th around 2100 when the trade closes. 21, I on the video that I showed you the mobile phone PNL, you realize that I actually complain about this, that when it gets to 9 p.m. on Maven, due to session change. Let me show you the sessions. Let me show you the sessions at once for you to know what I'm talking about. You realize that this is a session. You go to babypep.com/tools, and then you go to Forex Market Hour, and then you can see the sessions in real time. So you realize that Landings, what's the name? Landings Tokyo starts on 12 a.m. midnight and closes on 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. Realize it. And then landing opens around 7 and closes around 4 p.m. And then New York opened opens at 12 o'clock. Sorry, 12 o'clock p.m. and then closes at 9 o'clock. And then you realize that Sydney, which is the Australian session, opens at 9 p.m. So I feel like when this session closes and this one opens, they need to transfer the orders to the Australian session for them to hold it overnight. So I feel like in between that time, that was when the order changed, created that amount of, I think, volatility in the market, slippage or whatever, and then you realize that what Maven will just increase your spread and then ruin your trade for you. But it's not like I'm complaining. So let me go and show you again how these trades play out. So let's go to this chart. Let me remove the grid. Let me remove. So let me show you this. You realize that this is a trade. You realize that this is a trade. So somebody asked me what am I seeing here? This is the high, this is the low. I'm looking for price to pull back into this other block, and it truly did. Do you realize that this trade was supposed to, even for my direction, this trade was supposed to be a profit, but due to that 9 p.m. due to that 9 p.m. shenanigans, I was taken out of the trade. When you realize, let me go to the chart and show you people. This trade is GBPNZD. GBPNZD on the 17th, right? On the 17th, and then 1930. So GPNZD on the 17th. Let's see how it looks. GBPNZD. I'm very sure. I'm very sure this was a trade. So when you pay attention, I'm not showing you my strategy, but it is what it is. I was looking for this imbalance. You might think there's no imbalance here, but when I zoom in, you realize that there's an imbalance. Not very big, but means that what price aggressively pushed off of this zone. So I'm waiting for price to pull back into this other block for price to sell. Let me just use the normal. So this is the whole range. Price came here, but I didn't see any good entry, so I was waiting for the 3 minutes confirmation before I take the trade. So when I go to the 3 minutes, you realize that this was a 3 minutes confirmation. Price pull back into this range. I'll look for this big bearish push to the downside, and I take the trade. You guys are looking at this, so don't think. I take this trade. I know I go for on this trade. I'll put my SL above this range. I'll put my SL above this range, and then I'll target 1-3 on this trade. you realize that on 14 pip, this trade would have hit my TP. But what did Maven do to me? When it gets to just 9, when it gets to just 9 o'clock, they increase my spread so huge to the extent that this trade was taken down for a loss. Oh. And it's crazy. It's not like I'm blaming anybody's profit, but I'm just trying to say like this was my experience. This trade was just a quick rush to the TP for me. Quick. Price did pull back into it, but at that time I'm fully out of the trade. But it took me out for a loss. I'm cool. It's not like I'm stressing. And this is the last trade for the week. This is the last trade, which is this. And have you seen that because of how the spread and all this thing happened very quick, the slippage became very high. You realize that the slippage became very high, and for this trade to close me at a loss of $10, it closed me at a loss of 11.03 for a 1.03 additional loss. I'm cool with that one too. So look at this GBP card trade, which also was a loss for me. Which was also a loss for me. So let me show you on the chart. So this is the trade. You realize I was going for a buy position. Why? Because I saw this bullish push. This was the other block. This was the other block I was looking for. So price came into the other block, and then I saw the entry because I know that this wasn't some sort of when you look at, let me show you the chart on let me show you the chart on 30 minutes. Let me show you exactly what I saw before I took the trade. This was a trade. Also a win, but it was registered as a loss for me. You see, it's crazy. So this was a trade. It's not like I'm trying to say like I have this mad win rate, but one thing I've always been telling traders is that if your risk to reward ratio is 1:3, then you have no need to worry for a 40% win rate, 50% win rate. Even a 30% win rate is still a positive win for. Let me just quickly segue and that issue. So let me write win rate with risk to reward ratio. Look at these charts. Every trader should print this, should screenshot this for my trade, and then from this session and place it on their wall. Look at this. For 1:3 at 30% win rate, I'm still positive. Means in every 100 trades, I'll lose 70 trades and win 30. In every 10 trades, I'll win 3 and lose 7. Do you know what it takes to lose 7 trades? In every 20 trades, you need to lose 6. Sorry, you need to lose. Let me just do a calculation quickly here for us not to. I've never done it for 20 trades, but let me show you quickly. So 20. Let me do 30%. 30 divided by 100. That's a percent times 20. 6. So it means you need to lose 14 trades and win 6 trades. With 1:3 ratio, you are still killing it. For 30 trades, you need to win 9 trades. You need to win 9 trades and lose 21 trades. So if this what the statistics and the values are showing us, why you are a trader obsessed with 100% win rate and all those fooling. This week it would have been a profitable week for me, but it is what it is. This trade it was you realize that GBP and ZD trade was also supposed to be a win for me, but I was taking off for a loss. I'm cool. And this GBP card trade would also been a win for me because it just blasted into my direction. I'm still cool with that one. So you realize that I'm down 35.11%. I'm down $35.11 from my $160 from my $160 maximum drawdown. So let me do the calculation and look at how much I have left for me to continue next week. So 35.11 minus 160. So I have $124 left to go. So it's also cool for me. I'll go next week with $30. Again, I'll go in next week also risking $10 per trade and see how it plays out. You see, Maven has crazy rules about news and all those other stuff. You can't be in a trade 2 or 3 minutes before news or after news. And even if you're already in the trade position, being in the news you are violating the rules even for positions that you have before even the news, like hours, even days before the news. So these are some of the issues I'm facing on the platform. Not that I'm here to review bomb them. This is what I'm facing. So let me see what I'll pass the challenge. If I didn't pass the challenge, I'm still cool, knowing that still I'm right in terms of how I'm able to be. How this is my first prop firm I've ever traded, and this is just an honest review. If it played out well, it didn't play out well, but I'll be switching to Forex very soon because I have had a lot of big traders actually recommending it. So I have $124.89 to go. Let me actually just dive quickly into the main what's the name website and show you guys that how they are showing, like what they are showing on my dashboard. So let's do that quickly. Maven. My login. One thing I love is that their platforms challenges are very low. They are less expensive than the other platforms, and it's also the one thing that also attracted me. But if these are the issues I'll be facing, then I'll just need to gather money and go to a more reputable firms like Forex and the rest. So, but one thing I will always say is that prop firm is the way for be a beginner trader if you don't really have capital, because you realize that you can growing a small account is just what's the name? It's just holding you back from trading. So you need to just accumulate a lot of capital very quickly and then really dive into trading with huge capitals. That's where the true return is. Because if you pay attention, the big traders, it's not like they are better than you, but it's just that they are dealing with so much capital, so that even a little bit of gain is still huge for them. So don't take it hard on yourself. Know that it's your small account that is holding you back. A huge capital will actually be a great gain for you. So this is the loss that they are showing me. This is my equity and this is my balance. This is the whole trading overview. This is a whole trading overview. You realize that even though it is 1.22 here, they are recording it here as they have recorded it here as 12.5. I don't know if because of with the fees or something. I don't know whether they have fees 3.1.389999. You realize that on the platform is 1.11.03. That's why they closed though. So actually I'm racking up 30. My loss now becomes 36.75 while it's on the platform. While it's on the platform, 35.11. So where the additional $1 is coming from, where the additional where the additional 1 point something dollars is coming from, I can't really tell. So when you look at my chart, they are saying I'm getting closer and closer to my maximum drawdown, and it's actually true. And I'm not bothered because I know that I still have with the calculation. Let me use the daily app value to do the mathematics because 36.75. $36.75. 7 of prisoner minus 1 and 60. 123.25. No problem. Divide it by 10. You realize that I still have 12 trades to go. 12 trades is a lot of trades, and at 1:3 ratio, I know I can still make the $30 loss and then going back into profit and then scale the account. It is what it is though. So this is it for the first week. I will still update you guys on the second week and everything that proceeds. I thank you all for liking and subscribing to this channel. This is advanced trading mechanics, and I appreciate all of you for everything I'm doing for this channel. So I'll join you again next week, and peace out.